Hello everyone, this is the real Black Otaku. I know it's been a while since my last review, so what better show to review right now than the most popular anime of the past year? No, not that one. I'll get to that one eventually. Today, I'll be reviewing the first anime of the newly formed studio Trigger. And the same people who brought you Panty and Stocking, Fully Cooley, and Gurren Lagann. I present to you my review of Kill La Kill. The story takes place in Honnouji Academy, under the tyrannical rule of the student body president Satsuki Kiryu. Satsuki has given select students clothing called Goki uniforms, giving them superhuman abilities according to their rank. Along comes the transfer student Ryuko Matoi, who came to Honnouji Academy in order to find the one who killed her father. Ryuko challenges Satsuki, as she was the one who killed her father, but she must first defeat all of Satsuki's minions, including the powerful Elite Four, before she can face her. At first glance, this doesn't seem like much. A simple revenge plot, some fighting and explosions, and for the most part, it's kind of like it was. But it was around the halfway point where things really started to get good and interesting. And let's not forget the plot twist 3/4 of the way in that left viewers speechless as they try to figure out what the hell just happened. Found the ending to be rather interesting. It has what fellow reviewer Star641 would call a Gainax ending, being one that's more confusing and or depressing than it needed to be. Anime from Gainax are known for such endings, and seeing that Studio Trigger is run by former Gainax employees, did you honestly expect any different? Though I thought the story was good, I've seen similar plots done better elsewhere. Pairing that with a weaker first half, I give Kill La Kill story a score of 6.5. I honestly didn't think that the characters were going to be all that good or interesting, but I was pleasantly surprised. Our main protagonist, Yuko, was actually rather weak in my opinion. She's hot-tempered and very determined on accomplishing her goals, but she begins to mellow out as the series progresses, as she begins to realize it's more life than avenging the dead. Next, we have Satsuki. As fascist leaders go, she is very good at it. She commands her followers with great authority, and they follow her without question. At first, I really didn't like her because of the ideals she was preaching and the way she ran things, but I was unaware of her true intentions, making her my favorite character in the show. Mako is truly an odd one. For the most part, she's used for comic relief. At first, I thought she was rather entertaining, but eventually got rather annoying. I've seen someone compare her to Jar Jar Binks from the Star Wars prequel trilogy, but I didn't think she ever got to that level of annoying. Aside from being the comic relief best friend, she is a very kind girl. Mako values friends and family above all else, so I'll give her a pass. The last main character is the sailor uniform with a mind of its own, Senketsu. He feeds off Ryuko's blood in order to become very powerful armor, which she can then use to defeat her Goku uniform-clad enemies. Over the course of the show, he begins to develop an emotional bond with Ryuko, and they have both shown on multiple occasions to be willing to put their lives on the line in order to protect the other. The supporting cast was also rather good, but the ones I'll mention here are Satsuki's Elite Four, being her most loyal followers, getting the most powerful and highest ranking Goku uniforms, 3 stars. Each one of them is very interesting, and all have a past history with Satsuki, ranging from childhood friends to former rivals. My 2 favorites are the head of the discipline committee, Ida Kamagori, and the captain of the Gendo Club, Uzu Sanagayama. Not only is the concept behind Ida's uniform absolutely brilliant, but the guy's a gentle giant. Just don't piss him off, because he will discipline you so hard, the pain will be passed down for generations. Just as this kid. Uzu is very determined, and the lengths this guy is willing to go to redeem himself is very admirable. Not to mention as my favorite design of the 3-star uniforms. Overall, the character cast was rather good, and I give the characters an A. I found the animation for Kill La Kill to be fairly consistent. It is breathtaking at moments, but at the same time, very plain and simple at others. In a reverse move of Neon Genesis Evangelion, the animation actually gets better and more consistent as the series progresses. Though the quality dips fairly low at times, it's still rather decent at its worst. So I'm going to give Kill La Kill's animation a score of 6.5. The soundtrack for Kill La Kill is definitely the high point of the show. The tracks were very good and the scenes were played in very well. It was fast and tense during the action scenes, but was still slow and somber during the emotional ones as well. The character themes are distinct and suited the characters they represented perfectly. It's put out 2 great openings, Sirius being the more iconic of the 2, while Ambiguous being my personal favorite, and let's not forget...
Don't lose your way.
Before My Body is Dry is hands down my favorite song from the Kill La Kill soundtrack. It's one of those battle themes that when you hear it start playing, you know shit got real, as something's about bust on a can of whoop ass. Rather comparable to Sword Dance from SAO, Bios from Guilty Crown, and Dragon Force from Fairy Tail. And I give Kill La Kill a score of 8.5 for its soundtrack. Kill La Kill has had quite a lot of hype behind it, rather comparable to Sword Art Online and Attack on Titan, though not as hyped, nor, in my opinion, as good as either one. The action scenes were great and well done, but there wasn't a single fight that really stood out to me as amazing, not even the final climax. Though I had some issues with Kill La Kill, I still really enjoyed it, and I applaud the Trigger. I had a blast with Kill La Kill, and I'm willing to give it a score of 8 for enjoyment. As a whole, Kill La Kill gets an overall score of 7.5. If you're into over-the-top action, you will most likely enjoy the living crap out of Kill La Kill. If you like Gurren Lagann, you will most likely also like this as well, as long as you don't try to constantly compare the two, because Gurren Lagann is on a whole other level, and Kill La Kill just doesn't match up. I hope you guys liked my review for Kill La Kill. So go ahead and tell me down in the comments some of your thoughts on the show and some of the points I brought up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go check my vlogging channel, LSP Trolling, you should be able to go to by clicking right here or in the description. Now that most of my backlog is cleared up, I am now officially taking requests for reviews and top 10 videos. Before anyone says it, I am not going to review Attack on Titan until the dub is released in full. You can submit a request by either leaving a comment on any of my videos on either channel, or by sending me a private message. If you go the latter, I recommend you send it to LSP Trolling. Otherwise, there are no guarantees I will see it anytime soon. Don't worry, Solomon, I've already gotten your request. I'm actually working on it now. Anyway, this is the Real Black Utaku signing out. See ya.